We get 6 here. And then since this 1 does not divide by 5, we slide the 5 to the front of the b, so it's 5b plus 1. Some more steps then on that one. Okay, let's do one more. So make our x. The number that goes on the top is 5 times negative 36. I would use a calculator. I don't know what that is. So that's negative 180. And then 24. It's a big number. We did some big numbers today because of what we're having to multiply that first leading coefficient. So there might be a few of you that might be able to look at that and see what it is. Let's say we didn't know. Say we know that 180, so we can take 10 goes into it. Why does 10 go into it? How do we know for sure?
5 ends in a 0.
It ends in a 0. So when it ends in a 0, 10 goes into the number. Yeah. So since this ends in 0, 10 goes into it. So what goes into 18? But besides 9? 6. Let's try 6. So 180 divided by 6. Did somebody find the earplugs over there? No, sorry, honey. So 6 and 30, our sum is positive, our product is negative. What are our signs on that? -6. So we have x minus 6, x plus 30. And then I'm calling somebody. What is it that we divide by? Yeah, good. 5. So remember that number comes from here. Coefficient. So 30 divided by 5 is 6. And then since it doesn't divide here, we slide it to the front of the x, and it's 5x minus 6. Yes?
Where'd you get the 30 and the x?
The 30 and the...
No, just the 30.
Where did I get the 30 from?
Yes.
So I did not know, I might not know, but just by looking at it. So I started taking 180, and on the calculator you can take 180 and start dividing. Well, you know that 10 goes into it because it ends in 0. When you take 180 divided by 10, you get 18. So now 18, we look at numbers that go into 18, and it turns out 6 goes into it. So then we took negative 180 divided by 6. 180 divided by 6, and it's 30. Yeah. You're just using the calculator there. Go ahead and do the U-try. That's right. You had the right steps. So on that U-try,
coefficient in front of this n is a -1, in case you didn't know that already.
So I just do it. Yeah, I just did it.
Oh, yeah, she did say that they met.
Okay, that's what you should get for your answer. Questions on that? Okay, so what's a prime number? That's correct. Anything besides itself and 1. So is 3 prime? Yes. I have given you ones that had all prime numbers as your leading coefficient. Is 8 prime? It's not. So sometimes when you have one that's not prime, then there's going to be an extra step. Okay, so I'm going to show you what you have to do in this case. You're going to still start it out same way. 8 times 5, 40. F has to add to -22. What 2 numbers would work there? Yep. So we have n minus 20, n minus 2. What is it that we need to divide by? 8. So unfortunately, neither one divides. But can we simplify those fractions? Yeah, we've got 20 over 8, and we have 2 over 8. 2 over 8 is 1/4, dividing top and bottom by 2. And then divide by 4. And we get 5 over 2 on this one. So this gives us n minus 5 over 2 and n minus 1/4 when we simplify them. And now we slide both of these numbers to the front. So this becomes 2n minus 5 and 4n minus 1. So sorry, it doesn't happen as often, but it does happen. So the problem is that if you multiply it out, you won't get back to this if you do that. You have to, because you multiplied the 8 times 5 to get 40, you have to get that 8 out of there. And it turns out we were able to get a 4 out of this one. We were able to get a 2 out of this one, which gave you your 8. Good question. Okay, let's do another one like that. What goes on the top here? Alina, can you tell us what goes on the top? Yeah, which is? Yep. And then 19 on the bottom. So what numbers work on that? Okay, so say you don't know. What goes into 60? 10 and 6. What else? I'm going to say 5 and 12. So what goes into 12? 4 and 3. Let's try 4. Divide 60 by 4. It's 15. So you just got to play with it. Sometimes you don't get there right away. I knew what it was, and that's why I led you to the 12 rather than to the 2 and the 30. So again, we have b plus 4, b plus 15, and we divide each one by 6. This leading coefficient here, 6. So now we simplify 4 over 6. 2/3. So if you can do that in your head, please do. I always write it up here. So this gives us b plus 2/3. And then 15 over 6. Five over 2. And then we want to slide both of them. I'm going to write that over here. 3b plus 2 times 2b plus 5. You can always multiply it out to see. Make sure you didn't make a mistake in any of your calculations. Number 7 with you, and then we'll stop there. Okay, doing 7 over here. Let's see what's different about this. Greatest common factor. And they're big numbers, right? Yes. So, how did you know there's a greatest common factor? What was that? Oh yeah, good. They're all ending in like 0, 5, and 5. So she knew that 5 went into all of them. What else goes into all of them besides 5? X, that's right. So we're going to first factor out a 5x. So that would give us 2x. What x? Trace, what exponent goes here on the 2x? Yep. And then calculator's good on this. 25 divided by 5. 19. X, and then 225 divided by 5. 45. So plus 45. So when we do our X, 2 times 45 is 90. Negative 19. What numbers would work there? Yep, negative 10, negative 9, 5x, x minus 10, x minus 9. Now, when you go to do your dividing by the 2, you're looking at the 2 there, not the 5x. You're ignoring that just temporarily. That's just a factor that stays out in the front. So we're going to divide by 2 because we took 2 times 45. And then we get 5x times x minus 5 times 2x minus 9. And that's your answer.